everybody, and welcome back once again to Let's Play Pillars of Eternity 2. And here we are, still on this island, which I believe has no name, possibly. But it is the island which houses Tikawara. But, as you can clearly see, there's a few places on this island other than Tikawara that we want to explore. So that's going to be the focus of today's session. Explore this island so that we are then ready to head due east to Poko Kahara. Poko something or other. Poko Kahara, that's the one. It's all about the pronunciation, you know. So, without further ado, let's go forth and do some exploring. I've leveled up Palagina and I've leveled up Jyoti since the end of the last session. When we get into combat, I'll show you what I picked for them. Nothing majorly exciting. In fact, I can tell you what I picked for Palagina. It was simply Scion of Flame to help with her flame spells, give them a touch more penetration whilst we search through this ruin. And we also gave her the extra weapon proficiency with the medium shield which she is wielding. Baby pearls. Garnets. And a cloak of protection, that's handy. And a Sigil of Nightmares wardstone, also handy. Well, blow me sideways. I think Fedoran has got a bog standard white cape. He's going forth and adventuring, and therefore is going to don his work attire. I don't think he's going to be too happy with a bog standard cape when he can have a cape of protection. Cape of protection doesn't look quite so fancy when it comes to impressing the dignitaries, but certainly for adventuring, forms part of his work attire as it sways in the breeze rather nicely. So he'll take that. The protection wardstone, very handy. Protects against any sigils of nightmares. I'm trying to remember what sigil was down in the old city, where those spectres and wraiths and shadows were that we couldn't defeat. Because when we go next back to Nekataka, we're going to head back down into the old city again. We've leveled up maybe 3 more times since we were first there, so I think we're probably ready to take on what's down, at least on the first level of the old city. And retrieve that cornet of waves, was it? Or the depths, one of the two. And also take down those pesky spirits. But there was a sigil there, and it might well have been nightmares. If it was, we now have protection against that, which is extra handy. Something about the curve of the path ahead of you gives you pause. With the obscured sight lines, you recognise this as a good site for an ambush. At the same time, you don't hear anything out of the ordinary. Actually, you don't hear anything at all. No hum of insects, no rustling of animals. Even the air has stilled. Might as well use our Watcher powers here. Any other presence here? Any presence of other mines? Well, actually, it's Seraphim using his powers as the cipher, after all. I can't. Something be up there, but I can't be telling you what. Seraphim frowns. Oh, dear. Sneak towards the malignant presence. We don't have a great sneak, but let's try it. It's the Seraphim with the highest sneak. Ooh. A massive Lagufaeth slinks in the wild growth Even crouched, it towers among the topical trees and wears a bleached skull on its head. Wow, you failed. Oh dear. Your eyes meet its, holding the cold, unblinking stare for a heartbeat. With a gargled yelp, the wilder abandons any attempt at subtlety and leaps to attack. Probably with several minions as well. Well done, Seraphin. Those boots working a charm, I see. Oh! Shoot! We're in trouble. That's 3 levels above us. Holy flippin' smokes. We do have a sigil of atrophy wardstone. However, the easiest solution will be just to step away from its radius, to be honest with you. Right, we're gonna have to try here. We're gonna have to try. We can't be too negative about our chances. Right, Jyoti. We'll have you switch to melee, and we'll start self-buffing. Right, Adair, you need disciplined strikes. Okay. You need to go with shared flames. Okay, and then some self-buffing. Champion's Boon is one that we've just given her. This gives Resolute and Tenacious and extra enemies engaged. Resolute and Tenacious, great for our fighters. Extra penetration, extra might, could help against tough opponents. It's a single target, so we'll give it to Adair. We're going to improve our opportunities to land hits on this thing, so Merciless Gaze with Fedoran. And with Seraphin, he just has to hit to get his bonuses. Now, we need to debuff this thing as much as we can. Controlling it is not useful. There's nobody else to control it against, and so we'll work with Shaken and Confused, Charm, Raw Damage and Crush, and Blind. Okay, we'll try this one first. Okay. So everybody is doing something. Let's slow this right down. This is going to be a tough one. Hitting it will be a problem, I reckon. Oh, but no, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. We're doing too bad. Right. Disciplined Strikes has been sorted. So next we cast with him Unbending to give him some extra healing when he's attacked. Has she got her right aura on? This is the first time I fought with Pallegina, actually. It's the accuracy aura. Yep, Zealous Focus, that's good. Did she cast that? What does it do? Extra damage dealt as burn. Right, well, assume she's cast it. Wrath of the Five Suns. Yeah, a mark and fire. We'll cast that. So Mark of the Five Suns. Jotri's still casting the boon. Seraphin, we'll just have him do a few shots just to get his things up. He must have already cast his Tenacious Grasp. Immunity to Constitution afflictions. Resistance to might, but weakness to perception. So I'm assuming like blindness is a blindness is a perception weakness. So blindness would be good against him. It'd be pretty handy.
I cannot get through.
Okay. So we're doing damage. Just how hard he hits. Got to be very careful. Ooh, we're struggling to hit, you see. Okay, so you got the Champion's Boon. Champion's Boon. Right, good. So we'll now go for the old knockdown. And we'll go with Devotions for the Faithful, like further might. I don't think they stack in terms of because she's given them some might from her other spell. Spells don't stack. So we won't get the maximum benefit, but some of us will still benefit and we'll get the accuracy as well. Fedoran has got the Merciless Gaze. So now we should be able to hit him. So we'll go with, first of all, Chill Fog, because that gives blindness. So he should be sort of susceptible to that. He's attacking. Jyoti is casting. Yeah, she's casting that. Right, Pelagina's still casting Swan, and he's casting Knockdown. Whoa! Cancel! 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 What's he doing? Excuse me. Do you think you're bloody doing? Fedora running around. Help me! Help! This thing is trying to attack me! Ooh! Goodness grief, that was too close. Right, try again. Right, in the meantime... Goodness me, what does he think he's doing? Charm. We'll try, Dominated. Stun and raw damage. We'll try a blindness, just in case Fedorans doesn't work. We'll just try a blindness. Does that hit friendly tarot characters? Does it say it hits friendlies? And nearby enemies? No, it should be fine. You might want to just come out of the pot. Come out of that. I think we've got this, you know. I might just speed this up.
After him.
She could finish it off with a Gorn's Pledge here. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, there was only one of them, of course. It was more than 3 levels above us, and we managed to take it down with a little problem. Combine that with a few minions, it might have been a different story, but promising. Promising, I'd say. A fine club. And some liver. All we're missing is the Chianti.
Yeah?
Let's explore the rest of this region now, shall we? That we have dealt with the rather hulking beast. Fedoran slightly quivering there. It's a very close call. The thing turned its attention to him. Not a happy bunny. And he's actually levelled up. So we may...
Sure.
We may... Don't want to get too close to that. We do have protection against it, but I don't think it's passive. Atrophy. We'd have to activate the sigil, I think. Yeah. Gotta use it.
What do you need?
Okay. Okay, Fedoran. What are we going to do with you? A bit more of his diplomacy, a bit more of those diplomatic charms, enhanced, of course, by this fantastic eye patch. And we'll continue with the Arcana so that he's better when he's casting scrolls, which we will start to use with him eventually. Just waiting for this Arcana to get up a bit more, and then we'll start casting a few scrolls with him. Spells... I don't know. Rapid casting could be handy. Could be handy indeed. The faster he gets his spells off, the better. I haven't looked. Oh, it's 2 abilities because it's a new power level. So we'll get an extra. We'll get a level 5 spell. Let's see here. Langras Safeguard. We've got this already. Sitzal's Spirit Lance. Spirit Lance weapon that does pierce damage. This is a wall of force. Barrier that inflicts crush and hobbles when it passes through, but leaves allies unscathed. That's quite handy. We've got these already in a book, I think, which is why they are in that symbol. Blast of Frost. Form of the Helpless Beast. That was always quite good for a laugh. Immobilize for 3 seconds. Beam. Hit with immobilize. Affliction becomes an anchor for a frigid ray of energy for the wizard that does 3 damage to its creature in its path. Intensive. Ooh, how much damage that does. Insatiates a terrifying inferno of flame around the caster, affecting burn damage on everyone nearby. Ooh, it's quite situational, isn't it? We're quite maybe just in a situation where a monster starts chasing him, but he'd rather just run. So into a pig. I kind of like turning things into a pig, you know. It's just something. It just reminds me of my World of Warcraft days and Polymorph turning him into a sheep. Yeah, we can always respec if necessary.
What do you need?
Okay, nice. Let's move onwards then, shall we? I wonder if that was a potential bounty. Let's check our inventory. Ooh, hang on. We've received an important missive from Captain Aeldis, who, if memory serves me well, was the captain at Fort Deadlight that left prior to us rocking up there and spoiling Benwith's day. Wine and gunpowder scented letter. So, you had a little run-in with Ben, and then you dragged it to my doorstep. You could have wiped your feet before you stomped in, but I digress. I know what you did, and I know what you are, or who you are, and unlike my unfortunately block-headed second-in-command, I recognise a threat when it smacks me upside the head. So, this is me, Captain Aeldis, commander of the gods' damned New Blood Principe, leader of the second largest fleet of pirates in the gods' fucking Deadfire, inviting you, a terrifyingly powerful and strange watcher. Brings a slight wry smile to Fedora's face to be called terrifyingly powerful, to come and meet with me under the strictest parley at Fort Deadlight, which is to say, I promise not to gut you when you arrive for dinner and drinks. Looking forward to having a little heartside chat. I would like to offer you a partnership of the most glorious and goriest variety. I scratch your back, you gut my enemies from hip to jaw. We laugh at their deaths over a bottle of the finest rum. Oh, rum, you say? Oh, well, that may just have convinced me, thinks Fedoran. And when you come, bring some candied nuts. Your newest and dearest friend, Aeldis. P.S. Honestly, this is not a trap. So we've had 2 offers. An offer from Aeldis and an offer from what's his face? The other guy whose name we've forgotten. You know, the Seraphin's former captain. I suppose it's going to be a choice of one or the other. We can't please them both, I feel. But the other guy didn't offer us rum. We'll have to ponder this carefully as we head around the rest of this island. Do a few more searches here. Azata Nui Shell. Oh, that was quick. Oh, we're a bit stuck. Okay. So we got there, got kind of down there, and up here, and there doesn't seem to be anything up there, but we might just have a very quick look. Ferrante, that's the guy, it's just come to me. Ferrante. So we've got Ferrante and Aeldis vying for our affections. It's nice to be wanted, isn't it? Okay. Boa Hike Pass. The rumbling reaches your ears first, a low growl from the land before being pierced by the cry of a distant bird. The ground sets to vibrating beneath your feet, the growing roar of the stampeding beasts echoing around you. You crest a rise to find that the stampede has passed, now only a rumbling cloud in the distance. As the dust settles, you note that a few of the boar remain, fallen and still, with large feathered darts protruding from their fur. A single upright boar remains, a piglet that nudges its snout against one of the prone beasts. Oh, that's really sad. Wait and watch. Your vantage on the high ground offers a comfortable view of the boars. After a few minutes, lanky, four-armed figures lope out of the cover of the trees, each padding around the boars on the ground. The fish-headed wilder gurgle and hiss at one another before crouching to feast on their catch. The boar still living squeal pitifully in protest. Adair's not going to like this because he's an animal lover, isn't he? But, you know, the hunter and the hunted and all that, and, you know, they're just looking for food, obviously. By the time we've finished with their broodmother, they'll be gone off the island anyway. We'll leave them to their supper, shall we? We have no reason to disturb these creatures. Apparently not. We can't get past without confronting them, it seems. Okay, well what we'll do then is we'll do exactly the same. And this time, we'll attack because otherwise we can't get bloody through. Sure, Adair's happy as Larry. Says, save a few balls. Right, Lagufaeth Mage. Are we
Up there.
Oh.
What for, Cap?
Apparently, we are hidden in shadows, so we can kind of get a bit of an eyeball on the situation before we attack. Is it just the one mage? It can't be. It's got to be. He's got to be accompanied, isn't he? Right. Well, we'll try and. Well, he's going to have ranged attack, isn't he? So we've got to be very careful here. We don't want to.
Hey.
I see.
Let's go.
Soul in the darkness. One ready for reaping.
Ooh. I kind of don't want to pull him too close to this side. If we pull him when he gets over here, we might have a bit more time to kill him before anybody else arrives.
What do you...
Right, let's go now. Let's go now. Let's go now. Yeah, that was my plan. Worked out a charm. Ooh. Oh! Right, we've got to be very careful here because these things are, from memory, if memory serves me well, they're quite nasty when it comes to confusing our party. Right, we'll have Jyoti go. Not Jyoti. We'll have Palagina go there. We'll have you go there. We'll have you go there. No. Okay, Fedoran once again feeling the wrath of these things that seem to just wander loose, unchecked. He's not a happy chappy. His party members need to get a flipping grip. Right, in the meantime, let's see if we can confuse one or charm one over to our side. We'll take Chief Echoing Strike. Yeah, we'll try the Chief. Why not? And we need to do that. And we probably need to do that as well. I think he missed. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll try to get a lesser being. It might be easier. Should we try the dominated one? Slightly more points, but we'll try and get the mage. Right, Adair. Discipline strikes. Followed by that. Wow, he's cast both of those instantaneously. That's very handy, isn't it? And then a knockdown. Jyoti, we'll go with Champion's Boon on Adair again. Seraphin's casting that. Palagina, Flames of Devotion. Or Seared Flames, as it's Shared Flames, as it's been upgraded. Right. Okay, so he suffered paralysis due to the darts. Jyoti can remove. He's got Champion's Boon. Jyoti is going to cast, once again, the Devotions for the Faithful. Got to cast out some of the enemy though. Fedoran will miss out for now. Alright, we'll have you. Let's try a Scream. Yeah, let's try that. Casts, press that. It gives us a stun and some raw damage. Pallegina. Sworn Enemy on that one. Jyoti's casting that, you're casting that, you're paralysed. And we'll try another knockdown.
It is no use. I cannot.
Wow. Okay, we've got Slicken working. Right, let's try that again, shall we? Right, let's just have you shoot this guy, Pallegina. Devotions for the Faithful, Vigilant Quarry, Sworn Enemy. Did that happen? Wrath of the Five Sons. Yeah, that worked. So he's suffering with that. So we'll just have her attack. Right, no, we'll go Greater Lay on Hands on Self, and then there we go. Robust for everybody else. Okay. Right, let's go with. Let's have a look what else we can do here. I think Interdiction's a good one. Daze them if we can. Right, Fedoran, just attack. Should we go with a? Ooh, what should we do? What should we do? What should we do? We'll go with the old 1-2 combination here. So Alacrity of Motion, followed by the Minor Blights. That usually works out quite well. And then Jyoti will go with Blessings, Dire Blessings. Keep us topped up, my dear. There we go. Right, turn your attention to this mage, please, Adair. It's causing us too much concern. And you too. Post haste, if you don't mind. Nice, I think we've got this now. Just give us a little bit of a tentative heal, if you don't mind. You have to come into the range though, Fedoran. Ooh, nice.
Let's go.
All right. Chief Echoing Strike. So we get Ring of Overseeing, extra area of effect. We get a Fine Warhammer. We get some Cuttlefish, some liver, and Tahiwa Snapper. Very good. Right, so yeah, I was going to check if we've got any extra like bounties as a result of. It's got Tahi's head. No, I don't think we have got any other bounties just yet.
Yeah? Uh-huh.
Oh, poor boy. Well, waste not, what not. Some nice pork chops on the menu. Nothing else. It's a shame. Okay, so fly down here. Oh, we might as well do it in fast speed. Why not? Okay, 34 flagons of ale. I'm sure the Sure, the old crew members will be very grateful for that little find. Okay, so here's Hohina Ravine, which is where the broodmother is. Now, I wonder if we... I don't think you can talk to Lagufaeth, can you? I don't think so. As much diplomacy as you can muster for Dawn, I don't think it's going to be enough to talk to these slippery little creatures.
Yeah, I got it.
Somehow... Is that a tripwire? Yeah. A few traps here.
Yourself a
The
look
season harvest is here.
Ooh. Lagufaeth Mage. Uh-oh. Okay. Come around this corner. He ran into his own trap. Talk about foolish. Not that I'm complaining. I turn you into a pig. Pig. Maybe. Oh, it's only against Kith, isn't it? From memory. It's only against Kith, I think. Yeah, single Kith. Damn, these are not Kith.
Happy to oblige.
I think. Why? Exploded.
Separate the chaff.
Let's go.
We're dropping like flies.
Ooh, what the hell happened there? Fedoran got taken out. It's an injury. That's not good.
Good. I am ready.
So the new cloak, you see, got caught tangled up between my legs, caused me to have a bit of a
At once.
fall there. Oh, curses.
Ah.
I'll have to be very careful. I'm assuming there's a cave here for us to enter.
What for, Cap? Aye.
Sidewinder.
Can't see you, you sneaky bastard. Oh, think I can't
Oh, mage. Scarab beetle.
see you, you sneaky bastard. Oh, think I can't see you, you sneaky bastard.
Okay, we should be okay. We should be fine. We should be fine with these ones. Just going to position ourselves, get ready.
Oh, can't see you,
I mean, that's angered a few of them, of course.
sneaky bastard. What for, Cap?
Right, I'm just going to slow this one down a touch, just so that we don't have another Fedoran type incident.
Now you be right.
Oh shoot, there's quite a few of these people here. Let's just cast out a Slicken. Let's get ourselves ready, and let's just Wicked Briars could be quite handy. Doesn't have a very big range though. Champion's Boon on Adair, as per usual. Adair needs to cast that. You cast Flames. Okay, and let's see if we can get one of those dominated things going. Is this one right? Yeah. Let's try that one.
See if my tomb.
Bring it on, darn it!
Oh, I'd be a red.
Woo! Cancel that.
From Queen. Nice hit.
Right, is she here? No, these are just mages. Sidewinders. Right, we need a charm, man. We need a charm to trigger here. Mind wave. Whisper of treason. Right, for Doran, caught that the cold would be good. Let's go out there, blind some of the mages.
That's me too, man.
We have got one charmed. Can't bloody see because of this tree.
This weapon's no good to me.
Right, that's worked. So we have that triggered. Devotions for the faithful. Right. You attack him. Concussive missiles.
Another attack, Cap.
Right, what's the day got? Let's go for a knockdown. Pallegina.
Better try something else.
Think you got the decency to die?
This creature being on our side is really helping. You want to go and take care of some of your buddies? Be handy. While we get a breather. Thank you.
Quick, toss me something else.
Oh, okay, maybe not.
Let's go.
What do you need?
Here we go.
Oh, 49 damage from Adair with his two-hander. Big crit.
Like frog in a figurehead. Futile.
Yeah, we got this in now. No sign of the brood mother though, which means there must be some kind of a cave here.
Hey. Hey. I got it.
Pallegina, if you wouldn't mind, just disarming a few traps for us. Thank you.
Over there. Quick? Of course.
Oh. A large Lagufaeth, a brood mother by her size and crest, surfaces from the pool. Around her neck hangs a knotty cord strung with shiny odds and ends. She chirrups softly. As you draw closer, she gurgles in agitation but does not attack. She dives back down and disappears. You hear splashing and chattering coming from further up the slope. Ooh, she's drawing us in.
She almost looks docile, don't she? At once.
She didn't attack. Strange indeed. Let's just quickly pot her down here for a second. Oh boy. Assassin Vine. The hell is one of them? Oh god.
Frog in a figurehead. Futile.
Oh my god, what the hell are these things? Jungle Lurker, a Demelgan, and a Jungle Lurker. Well, we've probably bitten off more you can really chew here, I'm afraid to say. Oh my goodness me, this is bad. This is very bad. Right, let's just have a quick heal to start with.
Oh, that were a beaut.
Jesus.
Cannot get through.
Oh, Jungle Lurker, Jungle Lurker. Assassin Vine is going down. Just kind of in the bad position there. Just pull back for a second. Get this vine down. I think the vine is down. Right, next up we'll go for the Jungle Lurker. But Jyoti, let's go for a heal also. Quick party heal.
Flogging that figure. Futile.
Right, so we've healed. Right, let's start popping off some of these things here. So let's go speed. Where's raw damage, mind wave, concussive force.
Yeah.
Like flogging a figurehead.
I thought this thing was dead. The hell? Thought it were bloody dead. Right. Obviously it's not. Minor blights. Right, that's Palagina. Let's start. These two things should be weak to fire, I would have thought. Yeah, they are. Right, now it's dead. Unless that's a different one. Not sure. Flame Blight. Jungle Lurker. Let's go. Who's this? Adair. Right, Adair. Cast that.
Better try something else.
Jyoti, more health for you three, if you don't mind. Right. Concussive force again. Fire.
Me too.
Word and rock.
Jungle Lurker's going down very slowly.
Be on seat. Quick, toss me something else.
Ooh, what's that creature doing? Where's she going and why she got her attention turning towards Fedoran and crew? I do not know. Right. Adair. Unbending, unyielding, unbending, whatever it's called. Turn. He cast it? He's cast it. Right, turn and knock this thing down. Palagina, turn on the Demelgan. You, also on the Demelgan. You guys, also on the Demelgan. What in the blue hells is going on here? Withdraw. She's like, I'm had enough of this. Right, everybody else needs to heal up a touch. Right. Flames. Knocked down. She's like, I'm out of here, see ya!
Me too.
Weapons feel good to me.
Come on.
After all.
What? Did this thing just spring out of thin air or what?
Another tack, Cap.
Jesus, this is not going so smoothly, is it?
No rush. But if you have any antidotes handy, I'd be much obliged. Yeah?
Wow.
Well, don't see why not. What do you need?
Right, now, what is this thing? You find an old stone coffer pitted and mottled by long exposure to the elements. The lid is cracked but thick. Woody vines like giant's fingers hold it in place. Yes, I shall burn the vines with my fire as a sign of flame. The plants squeal and pop in the flames, giving off an odour that smells disconcertingly like burning flesh. They wither into scraggly blackened strands, yet no sooner have they shrunk than they quiver and twitch, beginning to fill with sap once more. You rip the lid from the coffer before they can regain their grip on it. An antique bronze hatchet lays within. Vion Seth. Oh, is that classed as an axe? Is that classed as an axe? I think we know who will have his eyes on that little prize, don't we? Should we decide to tell him about it. It's a hatchet rather than an axe, though. That's not an axe, is it? Hatchets are different to axes, aren't they? Yeah, battle axe. Ah, I can't use it. That's a shame. This looks bloody kick-ass, doesn't it? Look at this. 3 deflection against melee weapons, 30% extra damage, 8 accuracy, exceptional quality, good against plants. It's called Vion Seth. The Engwithan woodcutter who carried this bronze-headed hatchet was likely a tradesman rather than a warrior, though he undoubtedly faced countless dangers in the ancient woods where he earned his living. Lurkers and forest sprites would have seen an unarmed woodcutter as easy prey, so the hatchet served both as a tool and a weapon for defence. The axe is well suited to lumbering. The runes stamped into the head are a bane to all plants. Vines and branches retreat from its presence, and a single stroke is enough to split timber. Very nice weapon indeed, but no use to Nadog. But it might be used. It might be used to Maya or Maya. I can never remember her name. The hunter. When we finally dust her off and take her off our ship. So are we going to fight this broodmother? I've got a feeling we might be able to do something different. Cocking her head, the broodmother watches you and lets out an inquisitive chirrup. Fedoran, with his excellent diplomacy skills, speaking Lagufaeth as he tries to chirrup back at The broodmother stops, gurgling, and takes a tentative step closer, craning her neck with interest. Other Lagufaeth peer and chirrup at you. Lagufaeth Whisperer? He did have a Lagufaeth pet, remember? Perhaps he's learnt a thing or two. Adair attempts a chirp of his own that sounds perhaps more like 2 krakens aggressively mating. The Lagufaeth stare at him and hiss until he stops. Adair clears his throat as though that was what he'd been doing all along. Yes, Adair, you just leave the chirruping to me. A young Lagufaeth pokes its head out from behind one of the adults and burbles happily. The adult ushers it back with a firm claw. It looks smaller than the hatchlings in the cage, but not by much.
Oh, Anna.
Anna? Who's Anna?
Anna.
Oh! Who Anna? Snarls and gurgles rise in volume. The other Lagufaeth bare their teeth at the name. I think they just want their other hatchlings back, to be honest with you.
Oh, Anna.
The broodmother hisses. Her attending warriors brandish spears, clubs, and blow guns. You don't like the Huana?
Gelade. I did not even know these Wilder could understand Kith languages.
Oh, yes, I regularly talk to my Lagufaeth pet many a times. They're more intelligent than people give them credit for.
Hatchlings.
Ah, the ones in the cage. I see where this is going. Sarafan gapes, stiffens, and then blinks rapidly as if clearing his eyes.
Cap, the scaly lass spied the Juana rounding up her pups, marched them off towards the beach. Oh, condolences, ma'am.
He bows his head toward the Lagufaeth. Many claws tighten about weapons and tails lash in anger, hypnotic rhythm. The brood mother watches you. Yes, I saw your hatchlings caged in the village. She screeches with emotion, rocking her whole body back and forth. Her bristling fin flashes like a blade. The other Lagufaeth bare their teeth even wider. Turning her attention from you to the formation of Lagufaeth, the broodmother hisses and flicks her tail, gesturing down toward the bottom of the ravine toward the village. The others bob their heads in agreement.
Oh, Anna.
I can rescue your hatchlings for you, but if I do this, perhaps you can keep your distance from the Huana, and you can all live peacefully on the same island. It's large enough for you all now. The broodmother chitters and blinks at you, tilting her head this way and that. At last she raises her head and trills to the treetops. One by one, the other Lagufaeth lower their weapons and snap their jaws shut.
Please, hatchlings.
Ah, you see? I'm not very pleased with him. Ah, you see, I'm a speaker of many languages. Yes. Not a problem. I shall rescue your hat. I thought it was rather cruel that they were caged, to be honest with you.
Oh, we gotta do it.
Oh, yeah, I agree. And then we took their stuff. No. I shall be back soon. So we now have to rescue the hatchlings, which will be rather interesting. But what do the Hawana want with them anyway? They were going to cut them up and eat them, or use them for work. Yeah, they're not working very well apparently, and they probably don't taste very nice. I'm sure Fedoran will be able to convince them one way or another. After all, we did solve their Kuiki fruit little problem. It's the least they could do in return. As he goes back to the village holding what looks like holding his ribs. Nasty fall. It's very perilous tripping over your own cape, you know. Okay, so this will be a nice way to finish the session off. It should bring it in just about at the hour mark. And then we can head to Poker Kahara in the next session. Right, to the Tikawara, to the beach. Now I wonder who we need to speak to free them. We'll speak to the guy that's captured them first, but then we may need to speak to the chief, to the Ranga. Why has Jyoti got...
What can I do you for?
Why has she got flames coming out of her hand? Is that a piece of... Anyway, we did get a ring, didn't we? A ring of extra AoE effects. I think that would be handy for our... ring of Suppress Affliction. Well, she's already got that as a spell, hasn't she? So we'll give her this to give her wider AoE, and we'll give that to somebody else. I'll give it to Palagina, just in case that Jyoti goes down. We have an alternative way to suppress afflictions. Okay, so Pekeo.
You need something?
Yes, no, bear with me on this one. It's going to sound a little bit out there, but I need to free those Lagufaeth hatchlings.
Are you crazy? Then Himwihi will go and blame me. You see the woman at the trading post? The angry one?
Yes, I have seen her and I have spoken with her. She does have a little bit of an attitude problem, I do agree.
She will have my corpse for bait if you do this.
But if you let her know it was me that did this, why would she blame you?
She despises me. How could disaster not be my fault? Besides, the Ranga will bury her at high tide if she so much as insults you. Or any foreigner.
I see.
At least go and see her before you release her prizes. Then, maybe I find some other place to be until her anger cools.
I see. Well, I shall do just that. Adon clearing his throat and preparing himself for a rather testy conversation with an angry Hoana woman.
Yeah.
For what do you linger here? The village is much too quiet.
Yes, you know, you mentioned the last time I spoke with you, before I sunk rather softly into your luxurious sheets. Not like that. You mentioned you didn't like the smell of those Lagufaeth down there. Perhaps I can rid you of that problem. We need to release them. She throws her head back and laughs.
But you do not laugh. Then you do not joke. For what would I do this foolish thing?
Well, bear with me on this one. You want them to leave you alone, and I have spoken, rather fluently, I might have you know, with their brood mother, and if you release their young back to them, they shall leave you be.
They are animals. They hunt where they smell food, and they smell food in our village.
She leans forward and speaks slowly, as though explaining this to a child.
If I release the young ones, then they attack when they grow big.
I hope they don't wait that long. I want to see them attack when they're little, with those tiny claws and fish teeth.
Dare you're not helping the situation.
Then raise your hand to the little ones and see how they fight back.
I'll have you know, through my extensive study of Lagufaeth, and I speak from experience as I have had one as a very pet of mine, they are a reclusive creature. If you did not have their young, they would simply avoid your village. They are trying to get them back.
When they ran from me before, I thought it was only my weapon they feared. But suppose you are right. Then I do not have to suffer their stench.
Exactly.
Take the key then, and yell for help if anything goes wrong.
Oh, don't worry, nothing will go wrong. I am somewhat of an expert when it comes to these creatures.
No problem.
Yes, as one of them bites him as he puts his hand through the bars, I reckon. Another title to add to his extensive list, Dragon Slayer and all that. Lagufaeth Whisperer, I think, should be added to the list.
Look out! They escape!
No, it's fine. Leave them be, they mean you no harm. Leaping from the water, the broodmother eagerly chirrups and beckons toward her hatchlings. They rally around her with unbridled joy. She lets out a low-pitched warble when she sees you. The broodmother makes a show of removing her necklace and laying it out on the sand, then gesturing from you to the necklace and back again. Ah, you see? Bakayo standing there open-mouthed, probably, in shock. Ah, I think she's leaving that to me as a gift. Ah. Such a lovely, lovely set of creatures they are. Chirruping and waving her crest, the broodmother and her hatchlings dive back into the ocean. Ah, you see?
I hope the Lagufaeth do not come back.
Oh, don't worry. They shall remember this kind deed. Sure. If you leave them be, you shall be safe. And what has she left for us? Fedor himself shall go forth and collect this plunder. Baubles of the Fin. +1 to Constitution and Intellect. Cruelty and Curios. What does that do? +3% damage. Well, Intellect and Power Surge. Power Surge we've never used. It's somewhat of a strange thing, but he's kind of proud that he's managed to broker this little deal and communicate with them and show off his Lagufaeth whispering skills to the Hwan. He's rather pleased with himself, and so he's going to wear this. It actually, yeah, Constitution and Intellect. So there we go. Little bauble from the Lagufaeth. Gone are the days of stalwart when the Lagufaeth were a nightmarish creature that caused us all degree of halation. They're best friends now, best friends. They were just simply misunderstood. Palagina, keep my necklace warm for me if you don't mind, thank you.
Oh, isn't this fancy?
So there you go, folks.
Got it.
That was an ending I didn't expect, to be fair. But it was definitely a most pleasing one to Fedoran. I mean, it's probably a little bit far-fetched to say he now considers them his favourite creature, but they're certainly moved up in his estimation. Until we meet some wild ones, of course. Right, in the next session we head due east to Poker Kahara, but before we do, he needs to rest. He injured himself tripping over his cape. So those soft silken sheets await once again, and then we'll be off on our travels. So until then, see you soon.